I am helping my wonderful editor and friend, T, raise money for gender-affirming surgery. Anyone who donates any amount of money to this fundraiser by the end of Trans Day of Visibility, March 31st, 2026, will be eligible to receive 20% off my trans voice courses. And I will be matching every donation up to $2,000 Canadian. Keep watching for more details. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher. If you have ever enjoyed the trans voice education information on this channel, then you are familiar with the work of my editor, director, longtime collaborator, and friend, T.
Why do you keep saying my name like that?
T and I met through mutual friends in 2018, and in the last 8 years, we have collaborated on documentaries, music videos, hundreds of short-form videos, and most recently, the 50-plus long-form trans voice YouTube videos that we've put out in the last year. Alongside these projects, we have become close friends. T and her wife have shared their communities with me, had me write a song for their engagement, and in 2023, I even officiated their wedding.
You were very good at it.
Thank you so much. All this to say, I like to think I know T pretty well, and though she has many, many amazing qualities, one thing she sometimes struggles with is asking for help.
This is slander!
I was aware of this struggle when I suggested that we run this fundraiser for her gender-affirming surgery. I'm grateful that T has agreed to do this because it gives me the opportunity to speak publicly about how much I love her, but also it gives me an excuse to run a little sale for my online trans voice courses.
It's a win-win.
I'm gonna talk about that bit, the sale, and all the details at the end of the video, but first, I think it's best that you hear from T herself. T's story. This is rolling. Yeah, I don't know how you do this.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is a lot of things to keep going. Hey, all of you out there. So I'm T. If you've been watching Renee's socials for the past couple of years, I've been the woman behind the curtain editing almost all the stuff that we used to do on TikTok. And if you've been watching over the past year of our switch to YouTube, you probably are because you're watching this video, you may have seen me pop up from time to time.
They call that an Easter egg.
To start, I find it really awkward to ask for help from people, sometimes to a fault. Renee can attest to this.
I'm not very good at it.
But I've also been advised by both my best friend, my therapist, and my wife that I should not put myself down and just ask for help. Therefore, I'll just say I am asking for your help to afford a breast augmentation. So let me tell you a bit about myself and my transition. There will be clips because otherwise I might die of cringe while attempting to read this and be vulnerable on the internet.
Okay, so story time.
I'm a trans woman. I'm in my mid-30s. I suffer from anxiety.
How original.
And I've been transitioning for 10 years as of my last birthday. It's been kind of a rocky road. My transition started with an endocrinologist who insisted on giving all of his clients the same aggressive hormone regimen, quote, if people really needed it, they would adjust.
Whack.
So about a year into my transition, I had to find a new doctor, shout out to my therapist for help with that, and effectively detransition for over 6 months because his regimen put me into a variety of depression that starts with S. This also happened at the start of my graduate degree, which was also just after I finished coming out publicly. Now, I'm lucky enough to have gotten in with a set of very trans-centered doctors after that, but following that medically necessary detransition, I always tried to approach my transition from a don't expect anything, don't hope for anything, just see what happens kind of approach. I kept seeing my doctors, slowly increasing my HRT dosages, and trying different things over the years, and doing what I could afford, which was usually laser and electrolysis anytime I had any money for it.
Here's the twist.
I will always remember this first encounter with my first electrolysis. I was not out to this woman, by the way.
How does that work? It doesn't.
So she made a point at the end of our session of like plucking a hair from her arm and showing it to me next to a row of hairs from my face and saying, yours are very strong, very strange, going to take a long time. As if to say, like, why not just stop? 10 years later, I've spent about as much as I would have on this surgery just on hair removal, 90% of which has been on my face.
A curse. You're cursing me.
My main vectors of dysphoria have always been hair, the shape of my face, and the shape of my body.
Uh-oh, tactical error.
But while I am much more femme than when I started, it's still not enough to dissuade my dysphoria or keep people from misgendering me on like a near daily basis. I work for myself, so I don't have insurance, and public health care in my part of Canada does not recognize anything except the big surgery or transmass top surgery for public coverage.
You're just gonna be unhelpful, huh?
I don't come from money. I'm an only child of a single mother. I helped pay for household expenses as soon as I started working, racked up debt for my transition, and did my bachelor's and master's on student loans, thankfully here in Canada, which I am still paying off.
Could be worse.
Yes, sir.
I'm a working artist, and as any artist will tell you, it's absolutely not a get-rich-quick scheme, especially when you have to pay for all of your own tools. The point of this is to say that I'm not trying to make anything a misery Olympics. I've also been extremely lucky too. I met Renée when I was developing my grad film, and through multiple quirks of fate, we ended up here. And I am also so lucky to get to spend many of my working hours every week helping to make these videos for our community. Knowing that I make things that help other trans people honestly keeps me going a lot of the time. No memes. I genuinely appreciate getting to do this. So to tie this up, I am asking for help because I've exhausted every non-surgical route to combat my dysphoria. I've gone as far as HRT will get me, given it years, and it is clear to me, unfortunately, that giving it time is not going to get me anywhere closer to where I need to be. Where it will get me is stuck in
severe depression.
I spent years living in push-up bras, not right now, and getting significant dysphoria, seeing myself in the mirror anytime I'm shirtless. To try to deal with this on my own, I started saving as much as I could from every contract and paycheck, and over the past few years, I've managed to scrape together about 10 grand for this, which is one of my greatest achievements. But that is still only like 2/3 of what I need to go through with an augmentation, to say nothing about other goals like a tracheal shave or FFS.
It is very expensive.
If you're willing to help me, no matter what amount feels comfortable and easy for you, please. It would legitimately mean the world to me to be able to be comfortable when I see my chest. And if you don't feel comfortable, that is fine too. We all know what the world is like at the moment. Now, I've never done something like this before, and I would genuinely be amazed if we hit that goal. But I also know that in the case that we exceed that, I should have a plan for what we do for transparency's sake. So if we do surpass that goal, I would see if it was also possible to deal with this bad boy at the same time. But either way, I want this money to go towards combating dysphoria, mine or otherwise. So I'll be donating any unused funds to Point of Pride, so that money can continue on to getting other trans folks access to their own gender-affirming care. So yeah, like, thanks for listening. I genuinely appreciate it.
Been practicing the speech a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed it. That was good. I liked it.
The details. Thank you so much, T, for being so vulnerable with all of us here on the channel. If you're trans and watching this, as I suspect you are, then you know how hard it is to speak on these subjects so publicly, and that it's hard to even ask for help. So just to recap, we are trying to raise $5,000 Canadian so that T can finish funding her top surgery. If we surpass that, our B goal is to raise another $5,000 so that T can get a tracheal shave, AKA an Adam's apple reduction, AKA a chondrolaryngoplasty.
that what we're calling it now?
If we raise more than $10,000, everything above that will be donated to Point of Pride. Also, just for transparency, GoFundMe only lets you set a total goal. It doesn't let you set these sub-goals. So T has set it to $5,000 to start, and she'll update it if we pass it. So if you donate any amount before April 1st, I will gift you with 20% off my Trans Voice courses.
One for you, one for me.
In case you don't know what courses I offer, these include mindful voice feminization, masculinize your voice without testosterone, and mix and match designing your non-binary voice. So if you've been thinking about signing up for one of my courses, now is a great time, because if you donate even $1 to T's fundraiser, you get $60 off your course. All you have to do to claim that discount is email proof of your donation to support@reneeyoxon.com.
Please try to remember, this is really important.
On top of this, I'll be matching all donations up to $2,000 Canadian. So if you give $1 US, it'll be worth almost $3 with the matching and the conversion rate.
Stupid, useless Canadian money.
And since we're on the subject of fundraising, I run a scholarship program for my Trans Voice courses. If you need free or subsidized access to my courses, you can always apply at reneeyoxon.com/scholarships. And if you'd like to donate to my scholarship fund, I don't know, maybe you're feeling extra charitable after donating to T's fundraising, you can always do so at go.reneeyoxon.com/donate. All the links and details and everything are in the description. I think I'll also do like a pinned comment. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment and T or I will reply as soon as we can. That's all for today. I've been Renee, and I really hope this helps. So nice to get to make this. I never thought the day would come.
Believe me, I did not either.
Now I get to dunk on you.
Yep.
What if it were easy?
What if it were easy?
Yeah, what if it were easy?
What if it were easy?
How would you...
Oh my God, I'm going to be glad to be on the other side of the camera in a minute. Thank you.